Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live. You see it.
Industries.
Big Industry's Most Wanted, not the little one.
Wanted.
Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Listen, I got some special guests. I got two special guests checking in tonight. They go by Black River Kids. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? What's up?
Come on.
Y'all doing all right tonight?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
yes, we're doing good.
Dope, dope. Well, listen, it's definitely a pleasure to have both you guys here tonight. We're gonna talk to you guys individually and collectively. So, on my left, black shirt. Introduce yourself.
Grim Richmond on all platforms. I'm half a Black River Kids, man.
Okay, most definitely. And you family. What's your introduce yourself? What's your name?
My name is Sirius. That's Sirius on all platforms. That's XERIOUSE. So Sirius with an X.
Dope, definitely. Well, as we go through this, being that there's both you, I'll throw out the questions out there, and you guys, either one of you can answer it, as you choose. You're both in South Haven, correct?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Definitely. Well, let's take it back to how each of you started doing music. It's always important for people to understand your journey. So whichever you want to go first, tell us about how music became that passion for you.
So just growing up, honestly, it's always just been a thing that's been around me. My mom's boyfriend. She's had a few people in her life early on when I was growing up that had studios and stuff like that. And my sister, her dad always owned a studio and was doing music and recorded for people and other artists and stuff like that. So it always gave me just like that early just love for music and attention to music. And then as I grew older, I wanted to be a dancer at first, and
Okay.
type of entertainer, honestly.
Like hip hop dancing?
Yeah, yeah.
That's dope.
I was really, I don't know if you know the late twins, but I was really into them and stuff like that. But yeah, I wanted to dance and stuff, and then I started getting into a lot of trouble and other things, and that kind of limited my dance. It just kind of gave me the ability to write a lot, so I started writing poems and making music, and it transformed into that, and I loved it, and I fell in love with it and kept doing it, and then it just blossomed into what it is now.
Okay. Have you at all, as of lately, pursued the dancing part of it?
Not at all, honestly. I haven't danced in years.
Okay, understood. Me neither. I'm definitely not on TikTok with all them dances. I
Oh
can't keep.
no, me neither.
Definitely, definitely. And how did you start doing music, fam?
Oh man, just listening to my parents' music, and one day I like rap battled a kid in my apartments, and people just kept bringing out kids to me and like having me rap battle them. So that was when I was like 11, and then I
Mm.
got in the studio when I was 13 off of Facebook Marketplace, and then I just been in and out of like different studios until I was like 18, and then COVID happened, and I got my own setup, and I just put all the bros on, and we just been recording ever since.
That is dope, man. Listen, I'm a big advocate for artists having their own setup. Nothing wrong with going to the studio, but when you have your own like home studio or just your own studio somewhere, you can record anytime you want to. You don't have to wait on booking studio time. They might not have it available. The engineer you want may not be there. So, hey, learn to do it yourself. And that's something that you guys have definitely accomplished. And we'll talk about that a little bit, in actually working on your own music, which I applaud you guys for doing that. How did you two link up?
Through the music, man. We just both been making music so long, bro. Put us together.
Yeah, I just started. I ain't gonna lie. I just always seen who was making music and always paid attention to who was doing something similar to what I was doing in my hometown because we come from a very, very small area. So it's not too hard to kind of peep everybody and what they got going on. And so eventually I had like just came back from Atlanta actually specifically. And
Okay.
I'd already been seeing him and a couple other homies. And so I hit them all up and was like, yo, let's link up while I'm in town. Because I thought I was going to be going back to ATL for the rest of the summer. So I'm like, hey, let's link up. They all came and linked up with me. We started doing some sessions. And honestly, it just kept going from there. And we just kept it going 4 years ago to now. So
Definitely. Do you guys create solo music still, or is everything you're doing together at this point?
yeah, we
we
used to
do
do
both.
solo. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. How important is that to kind of keep your own identity per se as an artist because you started out as a solo artist? How important is it to keep that solo identity, but also letting people know that you guys work together as Black River Kids?
So important. It's really important
I,
because
I think it's like one of those things that's kind of like inevitable. Like if you don't focus on that, it's going to be focused on the wrong ways. Like people like to choose who they think is the leader of a group or who they think is the shining star or all of these things. So if you don't come in knowing that we got each other, we are the stars, we are, you know what I'm saying? We have our own idea of how we want to go about this. So he can step into his own light and be grim. I can step into my own light and be serious. But when we go together, we get the BRK. That still gives us the chance to be able to grow how we want to without ever conflicting in our own areas. You know what I'm saying? Still being able to just be, you know, our own individual persons and stuff like that. Because that's why we're doing this to begin with. I'm doing this because Sirius wanted to do this. He's doing this because Grim wanted to do this. And just cool enough, we created BRK because of that.
It's complete freedom musically.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. No, I absolutely agree, because not to say that things won't work out for you guys in the future, but we see it oftentimes where groups end up going their own separate ways and they didn't have their own identity, where you guys already established that before you came together. So I'm loving how the whole chemistry and everything is working between you guys. Would you say that your musical styles outside of BRK are similar to what they are when you create music as BRK?
It's still us. You know what I mean? And like anyone who listens to our discographies, like who was like a fan of us solo, they'll for sure love the stuff we do together. Like it
Yeah.
won't be too crazy.
But to be more direct, I don't. Yes and no. Like I would honestly, on his behalf, say from an outside perspective, as a listener, that the stuff we do as BRK and the stuff that he did individually as an artist, they don't always sound the same. But that's a cool thing because then you're going to
Yeah.
dive into it as an artist and you're going to be intrigued by these different things that he has going on. But then when we do step into the space together, we definitely kind of curated a sound specifically for BRK outside of our own sounds.
Understood, understood. Let's talk about, two young men working together, because, how is the chemistry there? Are egos ever in the way? Is pride ever in the way? Or do you guys learn to put that to the side?
Oh yeah, it's definitely in the way. Yeah, we're young. I'm young. I'm 25 years old. He's 23. We both work 12-hour shifts. We got our lives in the way. He has a daughter. There is definitely a lot of things that cause us to get on each other's heads and like bump heads at times. But this is my brother, and we love each other. So that locks everything in and makes sure that it just stays, solid over everything.
Man, I love that. And that's what it is at the end of the day, because nothing in life is ever perfect, whether it's friendships, relationships, business relationships. It's never perfect. But at the end of the day, like you said, that's your brother. You guys, got love for each other. You work through it. Let's talk about that. If you don't mind sharing, like if there are moments, maybe you guys are bumping heads a little bit, how do you resolve that?
Oh man, like the creative process has a million working pieces. So like we'll be in the stew and it'll be a hi-hat that's too loud. It'll just be little stuff, but then we figure it out in the end. And what you guys hear is just the final product. Like we go through a lot of steps to get there. Like that's how.
And outside of even just the music stuff, because it's not always music, and music is more, like music is music. But like outside of that, when you're sitting inside of a studio or you're going to meetings or you're even getting ready for things like this where we have an interview and stuff like that, there's a conversation outside of if you're ready to record or if you're dope enough to have lyrics that people like and stuff like that, because then you have to be ready to talk in front of a camera, speak to someone else, present yourself in a certain way and manner. And sometimes that's the conversation that we weren't necessarily ready for all the time until we got into these positions where we were like, okay, there's these things that you do that like I notice about you that you got to get better at, and he's doing the same thing with me, and so we're slightly critiquing each other, trying to make sure that when we're in a meeting or when we're in a an interview that we have a better setting on how we're going to do things because we are in a group. If I was just sitting here talking by myself, it would be a little bit different on how I felt like I could do and handle this space, but I'm sharing it with somebody, so that's definitely been like an interesting process. Is us just learning to share a space. Like when we're in the studio, we're sharing a space. It's a lot of sharing going on when you're in a group, so it's definitely very interesting.
Understood. I understand fully, because I'm a business owner, but I have a business partner. And about a year and a half ago, he and I got a studio together where I was working in a spot by myself previous to that. So it was an adjustment, because I was used to having my own space. Now it's like we're sharing a space, and it's working, but it's definitely an adjustment. So I would imagine it's, fairly similar to you guys coming together because you were both established as artists before you came together and started working. Let's go do a couple quick shout outs. Shout out, you got Shannon Murphy on YouTube checking in. Shout out the one and only Potty Ali who made this possible, who made the connection. We appreciate you. Shout out to my homie Robert over there on Facebook. He always tunes in and supports all the interviews. So shout out to everybody checked in. We're on multiple platforms right now. So if you guys are checking in and you're here to see the Black River Kids, make sure you guys drop a comment. Let them know that you're here. That's going to be my next question. Black River Kids, where did the name come from? Who came up with that? And what is the meaning behind it?
It's the Black River in our town in South Haven. It runs straight through the center and it divides the town in half.
Yeah.
Understood. Understood. So you kept it true to who you are.
Yeah, we wanted it just like on top of the fact that even before we came up with a name, we kind of have this gritty, slightly like I guess you could say grungy, maybe dark essence to us at times in the
The
way
Black
we
Lagoon.
hop on beats and stuff like that. So we thought it would be very fitting when you look at the Black River. It's very dark, has like this, like I said, this energy and vibe to it and stuff like that. But it flows directly into the Great Lakes, which is
Mm.
just like it's dope. I don't know. It's a lot of cool things about it, and a lot of things that when you first see it and you first perceive it could be kind of like confusing and stuff like that. So it was like we wanted to play off that spin. So we was like, it'd be cool to call ourselves the Black River Kids because that's where we came from. We came swimming and jumping out that river since we was kids. So
I get it. I'm Tampa Mystic. I'm from Tampa, Florida. We got to represent where we're from. Even though I'm out here in the A, I'm always going to be Tampa. So trust me, I totally get it. I respect it. Definitely. What is it like out in your city for independent artists that are on the rise, like yourself? What is it like? Are there a lot of platforms that are supporting? Are you getting a lot of love? Keep it G with us.
it's hard,
Yeah.
honestly. It's it's like it's scary, it's confusing. I think that's why we don't see a lot of people honestly doing what we're doing right now. And I think that I'm just lucky enough to have some of the connections that I have had and like just reached out to some of the people I have and just gotten lucky. I can say that. Like I can actually say sometimes it is a luck thing or it is a who you know type of thing because when you're out here where we're from, South Haven is a very small town and all of the surrounding towns are very small. So whenever we want to go and do something, we're traveling at least an hour away to go to a show, to go to an event, to go to anything, a bar, a club. Like, I mean, if you want to go and do something where there's a lot of people outside of like what you already know, it's kind of hard. I mean, so
Yeah, like
there's no
Potty's an hour away.
yeah, there's no DJs. Shout out Potty. There's no DJs from where we're from. There's no networking events or no type of nothing, no artist showcase, nothing like that going on. So the most that we can do as far as showing ourselves off is stack up our money, do music videos. Uh, it's a lot of consistency and a lot of grinding that comes out of this when you have to do it out of a place like we do. You know what I'm saying? You can't go
Yeah.
and drive 15 minutes, 10 minutes down the road to go to a concert or go to an event to promote yourself. So it makes things a little bit different.
Absolutely, but it sounds like you guys could be the ones to change that narrative and bring some spotlight to your city so more people are wanting to do stuff there. Have you guys thought about maybe putting your own event together? Is that something that's crossed your mind?
I say we already throw events and like honestly, if you are an artist in our city, you should probably get with us. Like for real.
Yeah. Like you said, we do events. We are part of a collective called Nurture Our World that my girlfriend Shannon Murphy, who you shouted out earlier,
Shout out
uh,
to Shannon.
she started a whole collection called Nurture Our World where we do fashion shows, we do networking events. It's also a fashion brand, so you can get clothing and other things like that from it. But we try to, but like I said, it's still hard just because even the events that we do have, we have to do them outside of our own town, just because it's like this town isn't really built for young creatives and a lot like the only event center that I can think of around here I think costs like 2,000 at
Mm,
minimum
It's
for us to
ridiculous.
even be able to use. So it's like that.
that's insane.
Exactly, it hurts us, but it's a wealthy town, and we understand exactly what the situation is. It's a tourist town slash
And that's a brand
retirement.
new venue, and it's like the only one we got out here. We had to, yeah.
But honestly, I just want to touch on what you said real quick as far as how we are trying to do that. And we do want to open up the space for other artists and stuff like that. But we don't kind of stick to ourselves, even though it's a pretty small town. But I would like to shout out people that I know that are out here trying to go hard and really trying to do their thing. Shout out Bonnie G, because she's definitely doing her thing. Shout out Black Benji. I know he's out here really trying to do his thing. Shout out Ashton Rayborn. I know he's out here trying to do his thing.
Zano.
Zano, YNWville. Um, there's a couple people out here really out here grinding. Visionary Cult. That's Andreas. He has a podcast out here. There's some people that are definitely doing it behind the bars. Um, play big play. There's a couple people, so I just want to shout them out real quick and let them know. We see you, and we know that y'all got stuff going on out here. So shout out South Haven and shout out the country. Shout out CVT.
And shout out Ben Harbor. Shout out Hunch Up Day Day. Shout out Zach. Shout out everyone around here really doing stuff, man.
Yeah, we trying. We out here doing something.
I love that right there. What you guys just did speaks a lot about your character, is the fact that you showed love to other people that you didn't have to. A lot of artists won't do that. They're so self-righteous. It's all about me, me, me. And it's like, what they don't understand, our blessings don't come from no man. They come from God. So when he sees you out here genuinely showing love to people, that's when you start seeing them blessings rolling in. So shout out to both of you guys for just, showing love to other people when you don't have to. That's really dope.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So you guys have been professionally doing music since about 2020 during the pandemic. I know you were doing music prior to that, but really starting to take it seriously about 2020. Let's talk about that a little bit. What was that turning point for you? What was the transition for you guys to say, you know what, we got to step it up and we're going to really take this seriously now?
This guy right here. This is the guy who takes all the credit. I'm so serious. He takes all the credit. There was 4 of us to start off with all of this that we had going on.
Okay.
I did not have my own equipment. One of the other homies did not have his own equipment. So every time we wanted to record, we were either going to him or we were going to our other friend. And we were just recording, trying to get it done. And he told us, he's like, your guys' process, everything is going to speed up for you guys the moment that you get your own equipment.
Yeah.
He sent us on equipment. We kept talking. And this time, I wanted to buy a new car. There was this, I want to build my car and do all these crazy things, unnecessary things, to be honest. And he's like, why do you want to build a car and make it faster when you don't even have a studio? And I'm like, whatever. Whatever you're talking about. I eventually took his advice about 2-3 months later, and it was the best advice I've ever taken. And I remember within that month, I probably made like 10 songs. And I was like, oh, wow. I don't have to pay for these? It changed my whole mindset. So this was the shift right here for sure.
Appreciate that.
No, that is absolute facts, because one thing that I do know is, emotions are never the same from one day to the next. So something that you may be feeling on your heart right now that you can walk into your studio and record, if you had to book studio time and then they say, oh, we don't have anything available for another 3 days, whatever it is you're feeling in that moment is gone 3 days from now. You know what I'm saying? So that is a benefit.
Always felt more forced hitting the stool, man.
Right, absolutely. Not to mention saving a lot of coin too by being able to do it yourself. Let's dive into that a little bit, because we mentioned it earlier on. You guys have learned to record yourself and also how to engineer. How to mix. Are you guys mixing and mastering your own music?
Yep.
Both of you guys know how to do that?
He's getting it though. He's getting it. I love the process. The most notable artist I mixed for was Wi-Fi's Funeral. I don't know if you guys heard. I know down in Florida he was kind of popping a little bit. He was around X Time, XXX Tentacion. They were the same label.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're just in our small town working in our rooms and just going as hard as we can and learning off YouTube. So it's a world of knowledge out there.
Yeah.
We got all the tools right
Absolutely.
here.
100%. YouTube University, that's where I graduated from. I like anything new that I want to learn. If I don't have someone around me that maybe I can't necessarily ask, because they don't know how to do it either, YouTube. I learned so much stuff on there. So definitely it's a plethora of knowledge. So sounds like you guys graduated from there as well.
Don't let people around you and studios around you ever hold back your own style from graduating itself. Because sometimes you got to just learn how to do it yourself to really find your own style. That was personally what worked for me.
That is facts, absolutely. Because I'm kind of the type of person that I like to be hands-on with everything. Even if I hire somebody to do something for me, I have a videographer that comes in and films my in-studio performances. I film all my own interviews. I've learned how to do that. But I don't do the videography and stuff like that. But even when he's there, I'm still completely hands-on, kind of directing everything. Do you guys find yourself being fully involved?
I don't.
This guy.
Yeah, I can't personally, like, I wouldn't even be in music or be doing this if I didn't feel like the complete passion and need to do it all myself, honestly.
Yes.
Like, from my music videos to the way that my beat choice and everything has to have a piece of me specifically on it, not anyone else. I'm sure, like, and I've in interviews that we've been doing, people say this. Like, of course, you could probably take us and you could compare us to at least somebody out there. It's possible to do that. It's possible to do that with anyone. But like, that's also something as an artist that you should be shooting for, is trying to give yourself a sliver of space in the game to say, this is serious and this is him. Like, this is BRK. This is them. They're their own thing. They got their own sound. They got their own thing going on. So that we could. I guess as an artist, sometimes it's like one of the things that I'll say is like, man, it'd be really cool someday to just go on YouTube and know that they have serious type beats or
Yes.
BRK type beats. That means
Right.
I have to create a sound that specifically is me. And that's something I want to go for. I want to go for to curate my own sound, have something that's definitely specifically catered to who I am as an artist.
Sounds like you guys are definitely on your way because you're learning every aspect of this industry. You know, like you said, you're having to get out, move around, you know, sometimes, you know, travel an hour or more away. That again speaks a lot for you guys as well, because there's some artists who don't want to drive 15 minutes to go do an interview or go do a show, let alone an hour or 2 hours to get somewhere. Being out there networking, is that how you guys met Potty?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I met him. Actually, I met him through my cousin, but that was us just going around and hitting shows. And my cousin invited us out to a show in Chicago. We went out there, and he just seen how serious we was about what we had going on, and so he just started helping introduce us to people that he knew, and it grew from there.
Well, he's definitely a great connection. I've known him for a while. Always on the up and up, good business. Potty Ali, we appreciate you, bro. Definitely, he is super solid one. So you guys also have been directing and creating your music videos as well. 3 of them as of lately, correct?
Yeah, we had just did 3 music videos. We just dropped his Frightening music video on the 1st of July. That is out right now on YouTube. You guys can go check that out. We also have the behind the scenes footage on our page, on the Black River Kids YouTube page, if you guys want to watch that.
Go subscribe.
Definitely go subscribe. Yeah, I like I said, I don't want to. I'm doing this because I want to be I want it to be me. I want it to be a part of what I have to offer to the world. And I'd like to be able to watch a cartoon or watch a movie and know that it was somebody that had this crazy idea and they were able to bring it to us, and now it's here forever.
Yes.
And so that's me with directing. Like, I can't put in my head, like, this was our first time doing music videos, but I think what took us so long and what took me so long is, like, I can't put out a music video if it's not what I really want. Like, if it's not really my ideas, because I know a lot of people out there right now, and from the videographers and the directors that I've talked to, they're like, a lot of people just come to us and they're like, I just need a music video. They might have a few ideas and some colors, but they don't really care as long as I make them look cool. That's what they
Bro
want.
wrote a whole movie.
And so
every one of these videos, wrote a whole shot list.
I'd write shot lists. I would write the entire shot list, get the color palettes down, get costumes down. I will hit all the models up. My first music video I shot before we even shot this 2 that we put out. Like, I had over 10 extras models that came out for me. I had lighting and like a whole behind the scenes footage for it and everything. Like, I was really making sure, and I did it 2 days. Like, went out to Detroit, set up 2 days, planned it all out, made sure that I got all my shots that I needed, and just put everything together. And I was the most satisfied I've ever done with anything like that. Like, we've shot videos before, and they'll never see the day of light, and we've paid for them and everything. And that was just how it goes, But, like, we've reached a point where we've met the right people. We put ourselves in the right position to be able to actually get what we want.
Yes.
And it's dope.
When I got my video back, I was just so surprised that we had vision just perfect like that. And like, bro called me, he was like, "Man, this is it. Like, we got it, and like, it's perfect. We're actually we're proud of these videos that we got coming out."
That is dope. And it's because you guys really poured yourself into the creative process of it, and it makes you appreciate it more. And a lot of people don't understand how much work goes into a music video. It's more than just picking up a camera and filming it. Like you said, you got to get the lighting right. You got to pick the locations. You got to maybe hire models. You might need props. You got to find locations. There's a lot that goes into it. Is that something that you guys would ever be interested in doing? Are you serious for other people that's doing creative directing for their, their vision, whether it be a music video or even a short film?
Yeah, honestly, like if I could do that for anyone or anybody, I would do that. Like I don't like I love the idea of being able to bring people's like own individual thoughts and ideas to life. Like
Yes.
when you see that happen in a more genuine way, then you get projects like The Yellow Submarine. Then you get projects like To Pimp a Butterfly and Cherry Bomb and like Stank on Ya and like these cool, really weird but just dope pieces of art.
Yes.
Don't do that unless you implement your own specific person into that and your own soul into that. We could give everybody the basic human experience and it's going to for the most part feel the same if everyone's doing it. But if we give people our own genuine self, then there's going to be a little bit more of a glimpse of something that's different or unfamiliar with us, and that's going to make us latch onto it, and we're going to like it, and we're going to want to mess with it and see what's going on with it and study it. And that's what happens with these great projects, and I think that that's important.
Absolutely. And it's going to really make you stand out because that's the goal. We're not trying to fit in. We want to stand out. And it sounds like you guys are doing everything possible to stand out from everybody else. And there's no shade to anybody else out there, but it sounds like you guys are a few steps ahead of a lot of other artists that are out there right now.
Yeah,
And we'll send you the videos after this.
And some of this
Please.
stuff, and I would just like to
Yeah.
say that I know there are a lot of artists just like us right now, same like age group and everything, that are about to amaze this world. And it's because we all grew up off the same things, and it's not saying that it wasn't dope, but man, it was so bland compared to the 90s and to the early 2000s. And I don't think anyone can argue with that. So I think there's a lot of people right now that are extremely ready to show the world a very new and interesting way that art can be pushed and can be seen. I think that's happening right now for sure.
Absolutely, because like you said, going back, technology has enhanced so much from like the 90s and early 2000 that back in that era, because I'm an OG, so like that was kind of my era. So it's like back then I thought, wow, this is, how can it possibly get better than this? And then fast forward to 2024, it's like you look back at that and you're like, dang, we've come a long way. Imagine what it's going to be like in another 25 years from now. It's going to blow us out of the water.
Crazy.
Crazy, definitely. Tell us about Black River Kids Volume 1, the project.
Just a bunch of writing exercises all put together to make a cohesive project.
Hi, baby. I see a puppy. I'm an animal lover. Don't mind me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's my girl Azula. I'm sorry.
Zula. Oh, hi, puppy. The puppy.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a female.
Yeah, that's my crazy girl. She's a husky German Shepherd mix.
Now she's trying to put.
She's beautiful. She's got to get her cameo. She's a superstar.
Oh, there you go.
There she
you go.
goes.
And she's vocal. I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent. I'm an animal lover.
See, that's her first cameo. That was her first cameo ever. She finally got.
I love it. I love it. She's officially the industry's most wanted. I love it. But we were talking about the project, Black River Kids Volume 1.
So that was like we, without sounding unprofessional and just being real with you guys, like we just wanted to put something out. We have a lot of music and a lot of things that we've been doing, and we have just been like, before we put this project out and before we got to getting on stages and doing what we were doing, we were in a weird space where we just kept playing this humble, like, but kind of like weird artist thing where it was like, we'll make a lot of good music and a lot of people will hear it and tell us that it's good. But that's because they're like coming over and hanging out with us. We weren't putting the music out. We weren't sharing it to the world. We were just like making music and like being scared and like of what people's opinions were going to be and all of that type of stuff. So like we were never putting music out. And it got to a point where I was like, what are we doing? Like there's people, like my cousin one time called me and he's like, bro, I need this song right now to be being played in the situation that I'm in. I think it was like a party or something like that. He's like, there are girls everywhere. This song is insane. And I can't even pull it up on Apple Music or on YouTube. And I'm like, oh man, that was a moment for me where I was like, wow, like that kind of sucks. So I told him, I'm like, we have a lot of dope music, a lot of music that makes sense and goes in line with what we've been doing and our vibe and everything. So we sat down, we took like 15 songs and curated it down to like really 9, put 6 on the project. And we have a bonus that's coming out in a week that we're going to drop 3 more songs from the project. But we sat down, we put them all together, and we're like, these ones make the most sense. These ones all fit together. This will be kind of a good introductory to how we, rap and how we do our thing, and then
Yep.
kind of left it at that.
I love that. And I think what you said, you kind of nailed it in the aspect of a lot of artists, feel the same way. They're like, because I'm an overthinker and I find a lot of artists are overthinkers because we want the best product possible when it goes out to the world. So, we kind of think, well, what are they going to think about it? And at the end of the day, we just got to put it out there. Some going to love it, some are not, and that's okay. Like we can't please everybody. Now I'm sure people are happy that the project's out there. You have another one that you're going to be working on as well, with Death Hill. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Getta Beats. We've been working with Getta Beats, just kind of curating some sounds and getting some things ready. But he actually specifically, just to give a little backstory, but Getta Beats, if anyone doesn't know, and anyone that's tapped in, he works with people like it has worked with people like Sada Baby, Baby Tron, Rio the Young OG, FMBDZ, Quinn FN out of Texas, Mexican OT. So he has some placements and stuff like that. He's doing really well for himself over here. He's out of GR from Michigan, Grand Rapids. He contacted us and we got into a conversation, and he was just telling us like he's kind of slightly getting a little tired of the sound that's out right now, and just can tell that it's just kind of getting boring. And he's like, you guys have something that feels a little refreshing. I have this ability to make dope beats. If we put that together and we take your sound and we take mine, what will that sound like? And we linked up with him, and we've been talking with him and been kind of like hanging out with him for like a month now, honestly. And we definitely got some stuff on the way that's going to really shock Michigan for sure. Out of everybody, I think this is going to turn Michigan. That's what I'm excited.
As far as
Man.
Michigan producers, get her up there, and like we really can't wait to show you guys what we're working.
Yeah, so Death Hill XBRK project coming very soon.
So can we anticipate it releasing this year?
Yes,
For sure.
yes, definitely will be releasing this year. We got even a music video that we'll be shooting with Getta, hopefully by the end of this month. So we got some stuff on the way.
Have you guys already started recording on his production?
Yeah, we got a couple joints. He's been sending us beats. It's already rolling. It's getting crazy.
How many songs are we going to anticipate? Any idea?
He hasn't put he said he don't even want to put like nothing on it as far as a limit or anything. We just trying to see what we can come up with and the dope music that we can make, and just kind of we're trying to curate something. I'm trying to like he gave us the full ability to blend it with our style and what we want, and I want to bring back album art more than anything. I do not feel like I see enough of it, and I love album art. I love to be able to sit down and play one song to the end, and it all just correlate and make sense.
Yes.
And to be able to hear the skits and the different voices and the actors that want to come in and help make that a whole vibe. So I think that's going to be the process of this project, is we're going to have a little bit of album art and kind of give you guys a world versus just an album.
It's gonna be a real record.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it. Shannon asked me what my zodiac sign is. I'm a Taurus, Taurus the bull, April baby. She was guessing a Virgo. I like Virgos too, but I'm a Taurus. I'm a true Taurus. Like them horns be coming out sometimes, But I'm a lover, not a fighter.
We
Definitely.
Pisces. We are Pisces.
Okay, dope. Most definitely. Let's talk about the record. Is it, I don't want to say it incorrectly. Is it fanfic?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about this song.
That's a fun one. We had a lot of fun making that one.
Yeah, we didn't even really put too much thought into it, to be honest. I mean, I feel like we're very lyrical and we're very intrigued with everything that we do, but like, and I think that you can kind of get that as a listener. I think everybody gets that when they listen to our music, but this one was still more like
Hard hitting drums, like it's a little more hi hats going on.
I wanted to play with it in a way that was like, I wanted people to kind of be able to feel themselves to something that felt a little bit more boom bap or a little bit more lyrical. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that lyrical, you always hear people like the lyrical schmiracle, like boom
Maybe
bap,
it's like
rapidy rap, like you know, you're just like I don't
it's not
how am I
a
gonna dance to that, how am I gonna vibe to that, how am I gonna smoke to that. People have their own like niches about that type of music and stuff, and I'm like, I want to give people something that you know you see me. I feel like I'm a smooth individual. I'm a good looking man, and I feel like I want to give something to the people that they could kind of the people out there that feel that way that like want to just pop they just feel smooth and feel cool on the beat and kind of chill. It's like hate it when them girls don't take you serious. For real, for real. Want a conversation, but they keep saying period. For real. Act top dollar because the hitter won't change. For real. Gonna act right ish because you know my name. Just kind of like acting like I'm smooth. So
Yeah,
it's a
I
song
think
about
it's
like tour, just having fun. Like
yeah,
that's really what it's about.
absolutely. And as artists and as creators, I think it's really important that you guys have a versatile catalog of music. That way you can broaden your fan base and you can reach a broader audience. It doesn't always have to be super lyrical. You can have some songs that are just fun. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, people are going to have fun. It's a club record. Do you guys some stuff? You guys have some stuff for the ladies?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Listen to "Give Me Head Over Heels."
I feel like a lot of stuff for the ladies coming very soon. But as
Okay.
far as out right now, like he said, give me head over heels is something that's very smooth and something that the ladies can ride to and definitely
I made
relate
that
to a
beat
little bit
too.
more.
I like that.
But we got some stuff for the ladies coming for sure, and there'll definitely just be a lot of. I think our music will be a lot easier for the ladies to resonate with personally, just because I'm very into neo soul, and you guys
Yeah.
haven't gotten a lot of that from us yet, but that's something that you guys will definitely be getting. So R&B, neo soul, hip hop, that's something that I know the ladies can definitely vibe to and move to. So yeah, y'all be getting a lot from us.
Absolutely.
So,
Because ladies really at the end of the day will become your biggest fan base. Like women support, women tell their homegirls, women make videos on TikTok dancing to your music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely catering to the ladies. And it sounds like Shannon's, has some input on some stuff that you guys, it's so important. No shade to fellas, because, I rock with the fellas, but you got to have a woman on your team. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that female perspective when it comes to different angles of stuff, because she can probably, perceive something slightly different than you because she's a woman and give you her input on it.
100%. I mean, and also shout out Sydney because that's our manager slash assistant. She's also a very, very big part of Nurture Our World, a very big part of BRK. But her and Shannon definitely like just give us an insight and a perspective that helps us kind of stay fresh and stay relevant to a lot of things that are going on, because that's also something that women focus on, is just how to stay fresh and to look good and be presentable. So we got BRK pants that say BRK on the front. We got a lot of clothing and stuff that was actually custom made by my girlfriend and by Shannon. I mean by Sydney and Shannon. They all of our music videos, when you guys see our music videos, all the pieces in those music videos are custom made by my girlfriend and by Sydney. So you guys will definitely see a lot of custom Nurture Our World pieces and BRK pieces and stuff like that. They keep us fresh.
I love it. So the fashion world is something that you guys are looking to pursue as well.
We're already tapped in. We
Yeah.
pursue it's pursued.
It's already pursued.
For sure. We go out to New York Fashion Week. We've been doing that for almost the last 3 years. Like I said, we've been throwing fashion shows for the last 3 years, selling them out, full houses. We've been making a lot of dope movements, honestly, in the fashion industry for sure. Shannon has herself on the cover of a couple magazines already, and she's been doing her thing. So it's been dope. It's been really dope.
I love it, most definitely. Well, let's go ahead and get into this record. Before we do that, anybody who's interested in tapping in with the movement, following you guys, where can they keep up with you on your social platforms?
At Black River Kids on Instagram. Black River Kids is our main YouTube page. Spotify, Apple Music, all of them.
Everything.
Anywhere music can be bought.
Yes. Black River
Definitely.
Kid.
Do you guys want to give out your individual socials as well?
You can find me at Serious, XERIOUSE. It says Serious with an X and an E at the end.
I'm at GRIMRICHMAN. Grim Mission on everything.
Definitely. I know earlier on that you guys gave some love and shout outs to people from your area. Is there anybody else that you want to give thanks to for supporting the movement?
Shout out to my cousin Keys. My cousin Keys has been behind the scenes, one of my biggest supporters and like one of my biggest supporters for BRK and everything that we have going on. So I love you, bro. Shout out to my cousin Keith, man. Shout out to him for sure. Shout out to my cousin Elijah that's doing weights. You know, he's yeah. Just shout out to the family, man. I just love y'all. I love everybody that's been supporting me, and you guys know y'all love me. Shout out to everybody.
Got anybody else?
My daughter, she probably drinking juice right now or something. But no, she's trying to relax her.
How old is your baby girl?
4.
You got a 4-year-old. Real quick question. How did fatherhood change your life?
Oh man, this made me look at everybody different. But
Yeah.
patience.
Absolutely, because one thing I can tell you coming from a female's perspective, a little girl's first love is always her dad. That's your baby girl. You're a girl dad. Definitely. Well, listen, it was a pleasure to have both of you guys here tonight. We're about to get into the record. Is there anything else that we did not touch on that you want to make sure everybody's in tune with?
Ooh, Icy Files. Icy Files is the reason that our videos look as dope as they do, and he's the reason that like we kind of even have this like momentum that we have as far as like being able to put these videos out, and being able to get our vision brought to life. So shout out to Icy Files, Troy, bro. Like we're very appreciative of you. Thank you. You guys will be seeing so much of him when it comes to BRK because we're locked in with him. We're gonna be putting out a lot of music videos with him. But we have a music video that's coming out on the 13th. That's Black River Radio episode 1 that will be coming out on the Black River Kids YouTube page. So just stay tuned, guys. We got a lot of stuff coming.
Go subscribe.
I know that's right. Make sure you guys subscribe. It's free. It is free to subscribe to the YouTube. Give them a thumbs up. Leave a nice comment. You know what I'm saying? Shameless plug. You can go ahead and subscribe to mine too. I'm just saying.
Yes, definitely subscribe. Definitely subscribe to TampaMystic for sure.
I appreciate it. And listen, if you guys are, when you're back out here in Atlanta, definitely, look me up. Maybe you guys can swing by the studio or something. That would be dope. I'm home tonight broadcasting from the home studio, but I've got a studio out here in the Atlanta area. Me and my business partner, the biggest OG, bigger ranking. So I would love for you guys to stop by.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll definitely be in contact with you. We got you on social media, so we'll be in touch.
Definitely. Well, let's go ahead and get into the record. Both you guys together or individually, however you want to do it, give us the introduction to it.
All right, man. So, yeah, it's BRK with the Black River Kids. This is FanFic. We on TampaMystic. Tap in.
Let's go.
Let's go. Y'all stay tuned for it.
Industry's most wanted.
For sure.
Big Industry's most wanted, not the little one.
I'm so serious right now. Like for real. For real. Hate it when I don't take you serious. For real, for real. Want a conversation, but it keeps saying period. For real, for real. Act top dollar, cause the hater won't change. For real, for real. Don't act right, issues, you know my name. For real. More serious than Silverback, I'm seriously sending hits, heart attacks. Banging on their chest like they making beats while we carry ish on our backs. Sacagawea, these people don't want us, they need us. They see how we coming up Diddy. Expecting more love from my city. It was Ramadan, I never ate, but kept the pussy on the plate. I'm so serious, trying to keep it real, but if you really want me, I need a chick coherent. No co-parent, ain't no sharing. And you can look, but it ain't no staring, and we going there.
Damn if I do or don't, either way we The look in your face speak volumes, so don't really gotta say too much. Place to place, the way to go. Might die if I sit still. Make a play, it's been real. Splitting, then I quick peel. Off on the next mission. All of these checks getting fat, never regret tripping. Said some real words out there, the way that we been living. I don't know if you could live with it. You gotta get out the way or match our speed or jump in the lake with batteries. I'm walking this ledge, do what I can. Heard what you said, slick. Sound like some fanfic. Swear it's a damn shame. It's a feeling you can't get. BRK, up in the
Hate it when I don't take you serious. For real, for real. Want a conversation, but it keeps saying period. For real, for real. Act top dollar, cause the hater won't change. For real, for real. Don't act right, issues, you know my name. For real.
Once again, I appreciate you guys checking in. What a dope record. And please send me them videos too that you was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I would love to check them out. And absolutely. And when you guys come out here to the A, we're going to definitely link up. We appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight, whether you guys tapped in on Twitch, Twitter, X, Facebook, YouTube. We got people checking in from all the different platforms. Shout out to everybody tuned in. But we about to get up out of here. Y'all